Every day seems to bring more bad news for Boeing, which is coming under pressure from regulators and airlines and has seen its reputation badly damaged. The trouble began in January when a disused emergency exit door blew off a brand new Boeing 737 MAX shortly after takeoff. An initial analysis from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board concluded that 4 bolts intended to fasten the door to the aircraft had not been installed. Boeing is apparently facing a criminal investigation into the incident as well as civil action from passengers on the flight. Even though no one was gravely harmed, the incident had far-reaching consequences. It shone a harsh light on the aerospace giant's corporate culture and safety practices. 5 years ago, Boeing faced one of its most serious disasters when 2 brand-new 737 MAX jets were lost in very identical accidents that claimed the life of 346 people. The cause was flawed flight control software, details of which it was accused of deliberately concealing from regulators. The company agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle fraud charges and admitted deception, though in later court hearings it formally pleaded not guilty. It subsequently faced widespread accusations that it had put profits ahead of passengers' lives. Yet the scrutiny that followed the incident in January this year has called that commitment into question. The Federal Aviation Administration announced earlier this month that it had discovered multiple instances where the companies failed to comply with manufacturing quality control requirements. After a 6-week audit of Boeing and its supplier Spirit AeroSystems' 737 MAX production process, the findings emerged at the same time as a new report on Boeing's safety culture by an independent panel of experts showed disconnect between top management and ordinary workers, indicating that employees were reluctant to reveal problems due to fear of retaliation. But concerns about Boeing's production standards are far from new. Whistleblower John Barnett, who was found dead final end of the week, had worked at Boeing's plant in South Carolina from 2010 until his retirement in 2017. A quality supervisor on the 787 Dreamliner program, he had claimed the surge to construct planes as rapidly as conceivable in a range to boost benefits had driven to risky practices. Among a number of charges, he told the BBC that in a few cases under-pressure laborers had purposely fitted substandard parts to planes on the generation line. Boeing denied his claims, but his inopportune passing, which happened between lawful hearings in a claim against the company, has centered in used consideration on them. The emergency at the aviation monster is presently causing issues for carriers. According to Ed Pearson, executive director at the Foundation for Aviation Safety, the issues involved are complex but fixable. Himself a former Boeing whistleblower, he has spent years lobbying regulators to take a firm approach to the company. Boeing, their suppliers, airlines, and government agencies are capable of overcoming these challenges, but the first step in fixing these problems is being honest, he says. They need to admit these problems exist and stop trying to spin the truth. The more they spin, the longer it takes to solve the problems and the greater the risk.